Hola, my name is Ramon, cosmetic formulator, esthetician, self-care advocate, and as you can see, we're in the bathroom, headband is on, and that means we're doing a skincare routine. But specifically, I wanted to do a skincare routine really centered around self-care, doing your skincare routine for the sake of enjoying it and really feeling good, but in the sense of being really extra about it. I feel like sometimes with skincare, people like to be a little bit clinical. They want it to be very just like to the point, like very cut and dry. And I'm not about that most times. I want to be extra. I want to feel my fantasy. And so today I am basically highlighting a very over-the-top, luxe, sensory overload skincare routine. Everything I'm going to be using is intended to make me feel good and really just enjoy the products, the routine, the ritual of doing skincare is self-care. So disclaimer, some of this stuff is not cheap. I will be very upfront about it. Sometimes you can just use skincare because it makes you happy to use that product and it makes you, again, feel good. You can see I got my little candle burning. It's my little bergamot candle I got from H&M Home. Do I usually have candles in the bathroom? No. Is it a fire hazard? Kinda, but it's right next to the shower, so fingers crossed. If anything happens, we'll be good. First things first, I'm gonna start with a double cleanse, as always, but with this, I'm gonna be using an oil cleanser that I just like to use because it looks luxe and it feels luxe, and this is from Skin 1004, their light cleansing oil from their Centella line. And I like to use this because, again, it just feels good. I love an oil cleanse, especially at the end of a long day. I'm feeling greasy, not gonna lie to you, especially when I have on like full coverage makeup. Nothing feels better than being able to touch your face after you've stopped yourself from touching your face all day because you don't wanna mess up your makeup. This is really sometimes where I just take a little bit more time and work in a massage. I'm very expressive up in my forehead, and so a lot of times I really just like to work out these muscles as I'm doing this part of my skincare routine. I'm really working into the muscles here under my beard and everything. This is where I kickstart the self-care. If I'm gonna go really ham for an oil cleanse and like massage and everything, I like to use a more rich oil. This is not a rich oil. This is a very, very lightweight oil. I'm using this because I'll be incorporating more massage into the rest of the routine, but really this is where I can get things started. So oil cleanse done, it's now time to get into our second cleanse. This is where you can have a lot of liberty in terms of what kind of textures do you want? Do you want more foaming, more lathering, more cream focused? Do you want fragrance, texture, all these things? Those are things that I really look for when I use a cleanser, just because certain people with certain skin conditions, skin concerns, and textural preferences are really opinionated about what a cleanser should feel like and be like. I'm going to be going in with a cleanser I really appreciate just due to the texture of it. It feels nice and plush and velvety and luxe, and that is from Jordan Samuels. I've used this on the channel before. This is their Matinee Cream Cleanser. For me, that cream cleanser just has a very nice texture. It kind of lathers, but it's really more of, again, a cream cleanser. It's called a cream cleanser for a reason, but it has like the really nice clays in there that just give it the rich texture. And then I'm going to be working that in with my FOREO Luna 3. I did a whole video on the FOREO back in, I think, the beginning of the year, and I've had a FOREO now for like 8 years. I really just enjoy the experience of using one. It's just so extra, but it's a cleansing tool that I really get a lot of joy in using, and it just feels really good. The shape of it, the pulsation of it as you're massaging it across the face feels really good as it like hits the contours of the muscles as you work it up and you're working the cleanser into your skin. And again, when I first started using the FOREO, it really leveled up my whole cleansing routine. And to me, it also feels like you're just really getting an at-home spa facial, and that really helps to go in hand with the whole self-care ritual of like, sometimes I want to take the time and the extra effort to really enjoy the skincare routine. Okay, so I am all cleansed now. And one thing I didn't mention as well is that is a very gentle cleanser. B, it is a really hydrating cleanser. After you rinse it off, your skin still feels very plush, very, very hydrated. It's not stripping in the least. And this is definitely one I'd recommend for sensitive skin types. Today's entire routine isn't going to be focusing on like treatment actives. I'll have some products that will have a little bit more of a skincare benefit to them, but realistically, today's routine on top of like self-care is about like being really gentle and like nurturing to the skin. So we're more like barrier focused. So nothing too crazy in today's routine, but I'm going to be doing a treatment step now. And as you guys know, I am an AprilSkin ambassador, and for today's video, I'll be doing this month's AprilSkin shout out, which is for the Real Calendula PHA Hyaluronic Peeling Gel. I talked about the Calendula line from them before. The Calendula A is primarily just a really great soothing antioxidant ingredient. This has 3 different types of calendula in there, so you're getting the various skin benefits of it, but it also just smells very lush. It smells very floral. You're also getting a couple citrus oils in this. So you're getting that sensory, that smell of it. I love citrus oils in product. I know A lot of people don't, but to me, it's very, very calming. It does that thing where like essential oil aromatherapy does, where it's very, very soothing to me. So I'd love to see that in products, and that's why I love K-Beauty really includes that, and it's very present in the entire Calendula line. On top of that, you have very gentle exfoliation out of it. First of all, from the PHA in this also does feature very, very small amounts of papaya enzyme exfoliator, and also this is a peeling gel. So this is those like Korean peeling gels that they go on like a gel, but as you work them in, it forms those little tiny balls that very, very gently slough off any extra dead skin. So this is a very, very gentle physical exfoliator with a little bit of chemical and enzymatic exfoliating properties as well. So first thing that I do with this is I'll take a handful and I'll first work it into my skin as a mask, actually. Try to get a little bit of a more even layer, because again, you're getting some of that really gentle papaya enzyme. You have a small amount of papain in there. That's going to give you some enzymatic exfoliation. You have a small amount of PHA, aka gluconolactone, so that chemical exfoliation benefit. And it is also actually like a very hydrating mask texture. You can see it's very much a gel. So I like to actually let it sit for a minute or two to let it do its thing and get a little bit more of that benefit. It lets me have like a mask experience. I have that smell on my skin. I can go around doing some other things like doing my hair or doing body care while it sits on my face for a little bit, just so I can get that beautiful like sensory experience out of it. And again, I'm trying to reap as many benefits from this as possible. You have the calendula, so really soothing, but also some antioxidant benefits as well. Gluconolactone also gives you some antioxidant benefits. And then I want to gently exfoliate. So I have to sit for a couple minutes and then I'll come in and start working it into that beading gel texture. Okay, so it's been a couple minutes and now I'm going to start working this in to get some of that beading going. And as I slowly massage it into my face, I'm getting a little bit of those little gel beads, but there's no irritation, there's no stinging. This is a super gentle way to exfoliate, especially because you're getting a really versatile level of exfoliation with this, chemical, enzymatic, and physical, which is something I really appreciate. I love a physical exfoliant. And then after I've rinsed it off, you can see my skin is looking very supple, very glowy. What I appreciate is beyond hyaluronic acid, again, gluconolactone, the PHA in that also has its own set of humectant properties from it. So you're not getting stripped at the end of this. It also is very nourishing to the skin. Overall, just a really, really gentle option for exfoliation if you have sensitive skin, worth checking out and worth considering. Okay, cleansed again, treated. Now let's get into the hydration, the juicifying of the skin. I'm gonna start off with one of my favorite products from Shiseido, the Ultimune Serum. This is really an all-in-one encompassing product. It's really hard to explain what this really is because in my head, this is technically a hydrating antioxidant serum, but it's also kind of like an essence. This is really going to help all the products in your routine to work a little bit better in the same way that essences are advertised to do. It keeps your skin nice, juicy, plump, supple, and allows other products to penetrate more effectively. So you're really getting the best out of other products in your routine. I just love using this because this is rich bitch fantasy. This looks luxe. This feels luxe when I use this. I'm just like at peace. This smells really, really good. It has like a slight like florally scent to it, but not like really obnoxious. It's not like Macy fragrance counter. But again, antioxidant benefits, hydrating benefits from this too. It helps to work with pigmentation issues, helps protect your skin. You can use this morning and nights. It's just all around. And how I'm gonna use it today is with my FOREO UFO. This, I did again a video on my channel about this one, and this is just a product that does a lot to make you feel like you're getting that at-home facial experience. This has the pulsations that like all FOREO products are famous for, but this also has a thermo and a cryo setting. Thermo, warm, cryo, cold, depending on what you want it to do. I tend to lean towards the thermo setting a lot more. I like that warmth. I like that heat on my skin as I'm massaging my muscles. Like I told you, I get a lot of like tension here in these muscles because I'm always like furrowing my brow or like doing the most with my facial expressions. So this is something I love here in this area because it just feels like it releases that tension, really just soothes that area. That with a serum like the Ultimune is going to help with really penetrating the product and making sure that you're getting more benefit out of the product as well. The cryo setting I tend to prefer in the morning if my skin is really irritated and inflamed, or if I have like a red juicy blemish, because it's going to help bring down that like swelling and that redness. So I'm going to be a little bit more generous than normal with this. Let's get this set up. Looks questionable. Just massage that into my skin a little bit. So there it is. The red signifies that it is on the thermo setting. I'm just gonna work to massage this in. Oh my God, this feels so good. The running joke between me and all my friends is that I'm low-key like a lizard. I love heat. I love anything hot, anything warm. I'm always really cold. Being able to have this against my skin just feels so good. And voila. that is that. Literally takes all of maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes max. The product's worked in. We got a cute little facial massage in. Really low maintenance while being high maintenance at the same time. UFO, it's honestly a super, super extra skincare tool, but to me, it does a lot to, again, elevate self-care experience. I don't know if you noticed with the facial massage, I'm really working along the lines of the muscle from the center generally outwards. Part of that lymphatic massage I mentioned in my SD school video, which if you haven't seen it, it's up here in the card. But you're really just following the muscle, working the lymph to the separate nodes, generally working everything up into this area and then back down. Let me know if you want a video talking about lymphatic massage. I will do that for you guys. Now that we're done with that, let's get on to the next step. Moisturizer, similar to cleansers, you have a lot of options, and based off preference in terms of skin type, skin concerns and whatnot, you can choose more of a gel texture, a gel cream, a really thick balm. I'm going the gel cream route today. It's winter. I actually tend to really like a richer moisturizer at night, even though I have oily acne prone skin. Tonight, I'm going off for the sensory. I want to be enveloped, like an aromatic experience, kind of going off the Calendula from the AprilSkin product, floral botanical smell of the Shiseido. We're going tropical fruit vibes now with Miss FENTY Skin. You know, I love all my FENTY Skin products. The cleanser has a really distinct smell to it. The fat water has a distinct smell to it. This is the Instant Overnight Recovery Gel Cream. Smells similarly to the Hyaluronic SPF. And I love the smell. This is supposed to be like desert melon, I believe. And to me, it just smells like really tart melony fruit. It's very relaxing. It brings me a lot of joy. So taking some of the product and we are just massaging that into our skin. I want to get the body version of this, like the body balm. I don't have that. I'm willing to try the body scrub as well, but their new hand mask that just launched, that was really interesting. That one also smells similar to this and the Hydra Visor. And again, it's a hand mask, not a hand cream, but it just has like such an interesting velvety texture on the skin. Looks amazing. And it just, again, that whole sensory experience, and plus like hand care, hand mask, really nice at night just to make sure your hands are nice, soft and plush. Really just does the most for like the whole self-care experience, I think. I want these product smells in like candle form, body spray form. I want to see what she launches about that. And then the last step of our nighttime self-care routine, I'm going to be going in with an oil. Oils to me just scream like really opulent skincare. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Maybe because it's like it's not really necessary. It is extra. It is a little bit over the top. And a lot of brands have expensive oils. Speaking of which, tonight's oil, no exception. I'll be using the Phoenix oil from Herbivore. I love Herbivore. I always mention that on this channel just because they are a Seattle-based brand. I'm from Seattle, so I discovered them when they were in like small boutique shops before they ever got to Sephora. So I just feel like a very tight bond with the brand. Love the oils. Love the lapis oil. That one specifically much better for like acne oily prone skin. This is generally like an all-around oil. It's great for normal to dry skin. Don't ask me the oil blends in this because I don't know off the top of my head. But one of the reasons I love this is that it just looks really good. All of their products are just packaged in a way that look really luxe. I love to see them on my shelf. This one is a really beautiful rich orange color. The lapis is a very vibrant blue. None of their packaging, none of their products ever disappoint. With this, I'll be taking a few drops, working that into my hands, and then I'm going to press that in. One thing also worth appreciating is that this isn't a fragranced oil. There's a very light scent to it. I think this has to do with the fact that one of the plant oils in this is just a fragrant plant oil, but it just feels very luxurious on the skin, and plus the price points is very luxurious as well. But what I will also say is that this bottle will last you forever. The last bottle of this I had lasted me well over a year. Just love the overall vibe. And during winter, for me, I just love the way oils make my skin look and feel. The next morning when I wake up, my skin still feels very bouncy, feels very plush. It's not dehydrated or too dry. So oils are definitely a must in my skincare routine, even though I have oily acne prone skin. And with that, that is my nighttime self-care over the top extra skincare routine. Every once in a while, you do deserve to treat yourself. Don't let no one deny you that fact. Sometimes when you're having a rough day or just kind of letting the seasonal mood get to you, taking the time out to really enjoy this ritual, make the most of it, using products that just make you happy to use, can do a lot to really improve your overall mental health, mental well-being, overall state of mind. Don't forget to take the time to take care of yourself. Put yourself first and foremost sometimes. Let me know down below in the comment section, what are some of your favorite go-to must-have extra skincare or skincare routine items, tools, products, otherwise. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, notification bell so that you know when I post more skincare, sunscreen, and FENTY related content on my channel. Give the video a thumbs up, and thanks for watching, guys.